Let's talk about subincision today for a change. We're talking about subincision. Now, should subincision be allowed on newborn baby boys? Should it? Should it be allowed on newborn baby boys? That's a question we should ask ourselves. It's a body modification change, isn't it? It's a body modification change. And nowadays, well, body modifications change with the fashions, don't they? They're changing all the time. Is it legal to subincise a baby boy? I'm sure my brilliant activist friends online like Gregory Melchuk would know whether or not it would be. There's lots of so many brilliant activist people around nowadays. They know so much more than I. Some Australian hospitals dispense subincision surgical kits for older boys. That's a fact, they do. For older boys, there are disposable surgical kits that are given for subincising older boys. I like to be broad-minded, I do. But we should all be asking, should it be allowed on newborn baby boys? I know Megan Mitchell, the National Children's Commissioner, wouldn't bat an eyelid if a newborn baby boy was subincised. Nor would any Sex Discrimination Commissioner. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. What would Edward Santow, the Human Rights Commissioner, at the Australian Human Rights Commission would say? What would he say about subincision of newborn baby boys? He would say, well, we accept that this is an important issue. The Commission is not currently undertaking work in this specific area. That is what Edward Santow would say. That is. I've got all these points written down here on my mind map for a change. Listen to those beautiful birds. Well, I've had extra holes in my penis all my life, since I was newborn. I was born perfect, but as soon as I was born, I had extra holes put in my penis without my consent. I was defenceless. It was done without my permission. You know, I would never have agreed to it. I've got extra holes in my penis. Extra holes, that reminds me if you go to No FGM Oz Australia, their website, you can see baby girls that have got pierced ears. Now, those baby girls are far too young to have given informed consent. They're far too young. But go to No FGM Oz onto the main pages, and you'll see pictures of girls with their ears pierced. They didn't give permission to those extra holes. They did not. Now, about ear piercing, we can think about, it's illegal to tattoo an infant in Australia. It is. It's illegal to tattoo an infant. Can you do a split tongue of an infant in Australia? I know that in America, I think that split tongue operation has been outlawed. I don't know if it's been outlawed in Australia, for adults at least. Adults do all sorts of things to their bodies, don't they? It's probably illegal to subincise an animal. It probably is. I'm only talking about subincision today. You can read all about subincision. You can see pictures of subincision on Wikipedia. You can also see pictures of beading and pearling on Wikipedia. That's where you make little incisions and insert beads or pearls into the penis. That used to be done on lots of boys once upon a time. It could come back, that fashion, it could. Some people would think it quite attractive. Some people think subincision is attractive. Personally, I've already got extra holes in my penis. As a teenager, I didn't know what the extra holes were for. They didn't seem to be for semen to come out. They didn't seem to be for urine to come out. As far as subincision is concerned, I wouldn't like to have to sit down for a piss for my entire life or to piss through a tube for my entire life. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't. Although that would satisfy some feminists, I think. It would satisfy some feminists. We should be culturally sensitive, though. Of course, we don't have to be culturally sensitive about female genital mutilation at all. We don't have to be. Cultural sensitivity isn't a consideration where female genital mutilation is concerned. But we're always supposed to be culturally sensitive where male genital mutilation is concerned. We must be religiously and culturally sensitive about male genital mutilation, but not about FGM. Do you think subincision in infancy would be better than doing it when you're older? Because the amnesia of infancy would protect you. You wouldn't have any memories of it, would you? Tell me what you think about subincision of newborn infant males, and whether they should be done. It's a bit like cutting a sausage. You know when a sausage is cooked and you cut it long ways and it splits open like that? That's what it looks like. Tell me what you think anyway about subincision on newborn baby boys, and whether you think it should be legalised, whether it should be a fashion. All sorts of body modifications are fashions nowadays. They come and go. See you then.